What up, YouTube? What up, boxing fans? King Fight News. We are live, and just checking out what the word is on Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez. And as expected, it looks like preliminary negotiations have this fight penciled in for Cinco de Mayo, May of 2018. Oscar wants to go ahead and book a immediate rematch with the two fighters after a draw, you know, with no decisive victor in this huge fight for middleweight supremacy and popularity amongst the boxing fans as to a solidified, unified champion. This has some form of middleweight lineage to it, as Canelo did beat the middleweight champion in Miguel Cotto, who beat Sergio Martinez, and Golovkin has been the consensus number one in terms of his knockout streak, his record in championship fights, his record championship defenses, and just his overall performance. Uh, here's a quote. Shout out to Boxing News 24 from Eric Gomez, who is he's the Golden Boy executive. He mentioned he's had conversations with Golden Boy CEO Oscar De La Hoya on Sunday and Monday, and we feel the best thing to do is go straight into a rematch. I would rather do the rematch directly because they would hate for him to take a risk of Golovkin fighting, let's say, in December and getting injured. Similar to the potential risk of Golovkin fighting Billy Joe Saunders before the Canelo fight. They were worried, what if Golovkin gets injured? It would fuck everything up. And that is why Golovkin never had another fight after the Jacobs match. He fought Jacobs to a close, very close decision victory, and he went straight into the Canelo fight. Now, in terms of pay-per-view numbers, according to Dan Raphael, and you can take everything Dan Raphael has with a grain of salt, but he seems to be okay when it comes to pay-per-view numbers. And according to him, we're looking at 1 to 2 million, which is a pretty fucking big range. But the fight could pull in over 2 million. And the gate was over 30 million, which is pretty damn good for a pay-per-view in this day and age. That's pretty damn good. What else did this article have that is valuable? It looks like Team Golovkin seems to be interested in an interim fight, but if they go ahead with these conversations, apparently Canelo's the one with the rematch clause. If Canelo goes ahead and executes a rematch clause, it's going down in May, and I think it's up to K2 if they want to do an interim fight. But similar to what happened before the Canelo fight, Oscar De La Hoya, I'm sure, is against the idea of an interim fight for Golovkin. I think he's highly against that. And Oscar De La Hoya, all he wants is to double his money. He had this success of a pay-per-view event, and he just wants to repeat, have that again in May, and keep the ball rolling for Canelo. That's all he needs, man. Because fucking honestly, he can just, if he could have Canelo fight pay-per-view twice a year. All his other fights don't mean shit to him, because this is where he makes the most money. All those other fighters is just trying to build and groom the next Canelo. That's all that is. This right here is where Oscar makes his money. you want to be the guy that fucks Oscar De La Hoya out of his money, then that's a whole nother story. Because somehow in boxing, Oscar De La Hoya is still a very powerful figure. That's how he gets C.J. Ross to score Canelo versus Mayweather 114-114. And that's how Adelaide Burt scored at 118-110. I mean, one way or the other, that's part of what happened. Yeah, it absolutely looks like Golden Boy wants Canelo and Golovkin to go right ahead to a rematch in May. I don't like the wait times. You know, we gotta wait 6 months every time these two fucking fight. It's fucking annoying, man. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Damn near fucking 7 to 8 months. For what? For what? They should have an interim fight. Golovkin should probably fight Billy Joe Saunders. And Canelo should probably fight fucking, I don't know, Miguel Cotto? Why not? I don't know. E-King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think.